Hello, and welcome back to Dune Awakening. Last time we worked on a contract for the advanced Bene Gesserit trainer, Jocasta Cleo, which unlocked level 3 skills for Mentat. Tonight I want to return to the faction contracts. And when we last left off, we had reported back to Andrea Gates, the Trades Mentat and our handler. After investigating a Sandflies base at a testing station, we're still trying to track down those goods that Skorda brought in and determine if they may be a biological weapon. Andrea's pretty sure it's not a disease. So we got the name of Tripp Yates, a pilot who may have helped smuggle out these goods that Skorda brought in. So we are to interrogate him. If we read that, just... collected a file on Tripp Yates. He's a carry-all pilot known to work with smugglers, contracted by the Sandflies to transport a container from the Catheria rack. He habitually seeks new work at the Crossroads Tradepost. Find out what he knows. I leave the methods to your discretion. Okay. So yeah, we need to go to the next trade post that we've yet to visit yet. Brilliant. Down here in Misa Trail. So we'll head that way. Not too far, 2,500 meters. This big base over here. I don't know if that's one person's base on both sides. Need to pick up a battery, vehicle fuel cell. Just used the last of mine. Forgot to check on that. Crossroads Tradepost. And apparently they use the same Tradepost prefab kit as the other Tradeposts. Solido projection to build it, I'm sure. Sold by Cholm, no doubt. Alright. Oh, and I had this contract out of Pinnacle to help needed at Crossroads, so that just cleared that. Alright. Tripp Yates.
Salutations and greetings to you on this fortuitous meeting, my stranger and friend-to-be. I have a premonition we shall be good friends.
I guess we'll talk to this house rep for a second. Tell me about yourself. Barnabas Brightmorn.
My name, which tastes like sweet applause to my ears, is Barnabas Brightmorn, a jongleur serving my lieges of House Talagari with dedicated panache.
What is a jongleur?
Aha! We are the Paragon entertainers and troubadours of the Imperium, singing and acting, performing plays and operas across the known universe. By our so potent art, we can transfer emotions so that the audience feels what we and our portrayed characters feel in absolute immersion.
And now you represent your house in the Landsrad?
An audience is an audience, and all the universe is a stage.
So what's a performer of your caliber doing in the Crossroads Tradepost?
I am ever rapacious for new audiences to woo and wow and entertain.
Kind of a tough audience out here, eh?
Just the earth salt that requires entertaining the most. I can work any crowd.
Surely other reasons bring you here.
I have certain discreet trifles to attend to. More importantly, I wish to meet Zoe.
Zoe?
Oh, do you not listen to Five Nights at Carthage? Wonderful show. There is a character based upon Zoe, whom I adore, and now I shall meet the real thing.
Okay. Tell me more about House Talagari.
We are a house of troubadours and mummers. We are poets, playwrights, dancers, creatives, and innovators of stagecraft and performance technology. House Talagari practices the truest form of meritocracy. For artistic merit earns status and regard from our nobles and commoners alike.
Tell me about your homeworld.
Allow me to transport your mind's eye to the unblemished beauty that is the planet of Artesia, a gorgeous vacation spot that rivals Kitane.
And what makes your planet so idyllic?
House Talagari achieves most of its wealth and standing through the creative arts, leaving our homeworld unspoiled by heavy mining or industry.
Tell me about your house's history.
Our stage is set long ago, just after the Butlerian Jihad and the death of the thinking machines. Talagari is recognized as a house miner. At the time, we were known for creating anthems to inspire rulers and their soldiers to grand action. We were the soundscape of victory. We brewed creative art in our minds and hearts over the centuries. From exquisite operas to lowbrow comedy, we ruled the stage and the imagination. Time passes. It is 3684 AG. An ominous meteor enters the stage. It collides with our former homeworld. Thankfully, most of the population was evacuated.
How did your people survive?
Padishah Emperor Hayek Corino II, famed for his appreciation of the arts over politics and warfare, awarded House Talagari with 9 fief planets. Perhaps this was due to appreciation for the opera composed in his honor. In any case, we were promoted to the status of a house major.
To see a people come so far on skill alone gives one hope.
You have the right of it. We live to inspire.
Goodbye. Alright, so they are artists, performers. Okay, this might be the guy.
Hey, friend, what can I do you for, huh?
Need information.
That's so. Maybe it's old Tripp's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering?
I got 50 bullets. If I put them in your belly, will you shit my change? Jeez.
Hey, no need to get ugly. I'll talk. Yeah, tell you anything you want to know. Everyone knows you can trust old Tripp.
What did the Sandflies hire you to recover from the Cytheria wreck?
You know, yeah, it's just medical supplies to take to...
Tripp.
Alright, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean?
What kind of scary folk?
Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. But that's all I know. Swear to spice.
Tripp.
Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
Goodbye. And we have already dealt with the Red Scorpion, but apparently he is reincarnated. We fought him before, and he is, in fact, the secret leader of the Sandflies. Not so secret, I guess. So let's see. So we need to go back to Andrea. All right. Let's talk to the proprietor.
Been a while since a new face showed up around here. Welcome to Crossroads. There ain't no cross or roads, but the name persists. I'm Zoe. Used to be from Caladan. Now, I'm just another lost soul trying to get by on sand and sufferance.
I'm also from Caladan.
Really? Did you also get branded a traitor by the Atreides and forced to hide out in a concrete bunker next to a radiated hellhole? Just wondering.
Not exactly.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Best place for an ace pilot is here, stuck under a rock. Look, don't mind me. Tell me how I can help you.
Who are you?
Who is anyone, really? Who I was is gone. The past is the past. But today, I'm your friendly Tradepost proprietor.
Are you two together?
That lump? Yep. Big Bear and me been co-pilots for a while now. But let me tell you, I'm the one doing the navigating.
He seems nice.
I know what you mean. I may love every bit of him, but he's ex-Harkonnen, right? Okay, look. They don't tend to improve a mirror.
Valentine is a deserter?
No, technically, he's dead. At least according to the Harkonnen. I'm the deserter. Stolen Atreides transport and bought our way into the smugglers.
Who are the smugglers?
The smugglers. It's been 7 years of hard war, and the only side profiting from the chaos are those bastards living by their own rules at Fallen Light.
Fallen Light?
Fallen Light's a crash ship the smugglers retrofitted into a super-secret desert base. Except, it ain't that secret.
Okay, I'd like to talk about something else.
What's on your mind?
Tell me about the outlaws around here.
Up here? We're in the shadow of Mysa Torel. That's Mos Koret territory these days, and the slavers live out east of here. My advice? Steer clear of them.
Alright, we know about Mosh Creek slavers.
What's on your mind?
Anything interesting in the area?
Apart from glowing, irradiated shipwrecks, Sardaukar patrols, and Mysa Torel? Not much.
What's with the irradiation?
Word is that someone was smuggling something pretty hefty aboard an Atreides frigate. There was a battle, a few ships came down. The biggest one fell in the rift, but a couple more went down in the desert south of here. Started leaking from the engine cores. Nasty business.
Do you know what they were smuggling?
Nope. Just heard that it's very valuable. But I like having hair and fingernails, so I'm happy to let the desert have it. What's on your mind? Apart from glowing, word is that someone was smuggling something pretty hefty. The biggest one fell in the rift,
Can you
but a couple
explore the
more
wrecks?
went down in the well, if you wear a radiation suit and pop pills by the handful, sure you can. I mean, it's not like nuclear fallout ever hurt anybody.
Alright.
What's on your mind?
So that's warning us that Shoal to the south is a radiation zone, and we need radiation suit and pills, which she's talking about are iodine pills. I'm here to trade. Let's see what she's got. Sentinel helmet, we already got that. We got the Shadris, old Sparky. Okay. What's the stats on that? Regen per second 36, power pool 350. What's mine? Can't believe I haven't yet to get an old Sparky since the very first one in Haga Basin South. So yeah, they got a lot of the higher tier hydraulic pistons, military power regulators. Pretty expensive though. So what was it? 36 regen per second, 350 power pool. Let me see. Yeah, slightly less regen per second, but bigger power pool. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. Although I should buy it to complete my schematic collection. Pilot. Guess that's her Valentine, her husband or whatever. There's Tripp. There's the House Representative. That appears to be everything. Okay. Alright, now we need to report back to Andrea. Not far.
I did not calculate seeing you today.
Oh, I can ask her about herself. Have I not had that option before? Tell me about yourself.
I apologize, but I have little aptitude for personable small talk. What specifically do you want to know?
Tell me about your past.
I grew up an orphan and was earmarked early on to become an Imperial Mentat before Thufir Hawat took me under his wing. Thufir filled the vacancy of my parents. He understood how my mind worked better than my previous tutors, knew how to communicate to my potential. I shall always be grateful to Thufir for that. No one could ask for a better mentor.
A good mentor and the skills they give us set our life's trajectory.
Aptly put. We are a continuing fractal of their experience, adding in our own variations to an ongoing dialogue of skill and knowledge across time. I came to Arrakis at Thufir's request, serving as his hidden right hand during this war of assassins, just as he serves as a hand of Duke Leto. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me?
Yes.
What would you like to know?
Tell me about your relationship with House Atreides.
I proudly serve my adopted house, though in my youth I found their storybook ideals of honor to be naive and fanciful, bordering on childish.
Atreides' honor lights a beacon in the cold, dark universe. I'm such an Atreides man.
In time, I came to amend my opinions on the matter. I agree with you. On Old Terra, there was a literary character named Don Quixote, who upheld fanciful ideals in a mundane and cynical world. A person can keep one foot in the world as it really is, as well as one foot in the world as it ought to be. Atreides' ideals have value. I lean harder on the foot set in cold reality, so that others might lean into those ideals. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? What would you like to know?
Tell me your thoughts regarding the War of Assassins.
I've reached the inescapable conclusion that House Atreides is not predisposed to flourish in a protracted and covert conflict of flexible morals. However, the War of Assassins allows one with my skill set to truly hone their craft. This is what some might call a silver lining. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me? What would you like to know?
What do you do for leisure?
I do not partition my time to include much leisure. However, I do enjoy reading various histories while listening to music.
What genre of music do you most enjoy? I bet it's some mood and music.
The genre is irrelevant, so long as the music contains beta isochronic tones.
I see.
I find such music helps me to sort out my mind space. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me?
Not at the moment.
As you like.
Okay. Well, we got to know Andrea a little bit. She is
I did
so
not calculate seeing you today.
cool. Here's my report. We're looking for someone called the Red Scorpion.
I have a dossier on that pseudonym. His real name is Turgan Hauer.
How do we find the Red Scorpion?
Based on his normal patterns of observed activity, his most probable location currently is Desert Testing Station number 142. Raid the station, find the Red Scorpion, aka Turgan Hauer, and any evidence on the whereabouts or contents of the container in question.
Alright, so our hunt for the contents causing this malady continues. I'll leave it once.
That would be advisable. My prediction on his location loses accuracy with every minute that passes.
Alright. So, man, that barely moved our faction. I imagine some of the contracts give you more. I think 5 is the max. Currently, I should say. Alright, well, while we're here, we have a contract that we picked. Oh, I forgot to pick up the contracts out of Crossroads. That's what I was going to do. Oh, well. Not that I was going to start any tonight, but yeah, there'll be contracts out of Crossroads we can do. But we still have to do the ones out of Helius Gate, which I have one. The absent Colonel. Colonel Ruben Boldero, the commanding officer of the 366th Line Battalion, failed to arrive at scheduled strategy conference in Airkey. We want you to help locate him. Boldero has an impeccable record, but we have recent reports of eccentric behavior. Our mentats are concerned he may be trying to defect. He was last seen making an unauthorized inspection of the western approaches to the rift. You should begin by searching his personal quarters here at Helios Gate for any clues to his erratic action. Okay. Down and that way. Okay. Contract seeking intent updated. Call Captain Donnell Firth via Communinet. Okay. Seeking intent. This certainly lends credence to the idea that Boldero intends to desert. It seems so unlike him, yet the evidence is clear. Colonel Boldero was in command of a failed attempt to push the Harkoonens out of the Hagarif some time ago. I can't imagine why he would venture back there now without an escort. It is all highly suspicious. See if you can pick up his trail, okay? Okay, so where does this go next? Okay, so this is going to be over in Hagar Rift. Alright, and I see there's another House representative over here. Let's talk to him and then we'll wrap this one up. And we'll do that testing station to get intel or deal with the Red Scorpion yet again next time.
The frontier is a dangerous place, stranger. Have you come all this way for business with House Vernius?
Tell me about House Vernius.
The history of our house stretches back to the ancient days of the Butlerian struggle. House Vernius has seen great heights and wearying lows.
Tell me about the ancient days.
In the days of the old empire, Ix was a rich world with deep mineral reserves. It was among the first planets to be enslaved by the thinking machines. For more than a century, our people was subjugated by the machine enemy and forced to construct their blasphemous Simek army.
Wait, the Ixians were forced to build thinking machines?
It was a bleak time in our history, but we gained much understanding of technology during our time of bondage. And like Prometheus stealing fire from Olympus, it was powerful knowledge we would not soon forget.
Tell me about the Great Heights.
After our deliverance from the thinking machines, it took our world many long years to recover. Our surface habitations were mostly abandoned as we retreated beneath the surface to rebuild.
I heard that Ixians moved underground to conceal their continued study of forbidden technology.
Jealous lies. If we conceal anything, it's trade secrets that lesser great houses covet. Trade secrets our forefathers bought with blood. Trade secrets that helped usher in a new golden age for our world, as Ix became the preeminent technologists in the Imperium. Then my great house, House Vernius, helped steer it all.
Tell me about the Wearing Lows.
Our lowest point was the nearly 25-year-long occupation at the hands of the Bene Tlilax. Ix still hasn't fully recovered.
Goodbye.
You're back? With good news, I hope.
Tell me about yourself.
Direct, an admirable trait. I am Chasen Vernius of House Vernius. I am empowered by the Technocrat Council of Ix to oversee the machine world's business interests here on Arrakis.
What is the Technocrat Council?
Our great house has seen many conflicts over the centuries. Most recently, the Landsraad declared our Earl renegade for crimes he did not commit. Forced into exile, Earl Dominic and his family were hunted down and destroyed. In their absence, the Technocrat Council was formed to govern Ix.
How was House Vernius restored to the Landsraad?
After Earl Dominic and his family fled, our planet was invaded by the Bene Tlilax. Thus began a long, dark period in our history. A dark period that concluded only when the last remaining son of Earl Dominic returned, at the head of a great army. After liberating our homeworld, Romba Vernius was named Earl, and our great house was redeemed before the Landsraad and Emperor.
Who controls Ix, this council or House Vernius?
While the Technocrat Council handles the day-to-day governance of Ix, it has no representation in the Landsraad, so its reach is limited. To have any interaction with the rest of the Imperium, the Council was forced to find another Vernius, no matter how far down the line of succession.
So who is in control?
That is yet to be determined.
Of what crimes were they accused?
It's always the same old fabrication. Ix engages in forbidden research and utilizes thinking machines to give them an advantage. A bold-faced lie.
You bear the same name as the Great House.
Yes, Earl Dominic was my grandfather, even if the Regis Familia fails to entirely recognize that fact.
There must be some test that can prove your blood.
My relation to the Earl is not in question. It's the nature of that relationship that is. You see, my father is a bastard, sired by Earl Dominic on one of his military campaigns abroad.
Did you ever meet the Earl?
No. He ensured we were cared for and educated as highborns, but meeting the family was never in the cards.
Are there any other living descendants of the Earl?
Well, as it happens, the last known direct descendant of the Earl was sighted right here on Arrakis, before disappearing entirely.
Who is that?
He's known as Bronzo Vernius, and truthfully, finding him played a large part in my decision to come to this desolate place. I can't shake the feeling that he's out there somewhere, although I'm not even sure I would recognize him if he stood standing beside me. It's been many years, and this place does change you.
What are you doing here at Helius Gate?
Where else should we be? House Vernius shares a long and storied past with our Atreides allies, a relationship enduring to this day.
Pretty interesting. We'd heard a little bit about the Ixian Rebellion in some of our readings from the lore, maybe, or talking to someone else, in the Tlaxu revolt and all that. Pretty interesting stuff. But I'll spare reading the lore out of the lexicon or whatever. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.